Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a 2022 Honda Odyssey Elite. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to Stockton 12 Honda for giving me some time with this Odyssey. Check out the inventory link below. Let's get straight into the video. So under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 280 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Odyssey Elite. First off, this one is finished in platinum white, and as you guys can see here in the sunlight, it has this beautiful metallic effect. Now coming down below, we've got these full LED lights with an LED accent light that comes right down in that area, and then we've got parking sensors here along the front, and then notice how they've blacked out the grille, but we do have chrome accenting here at the top, and then the Honda logo doubles as a sensor. And other than that, that is everything for the front end of the Odyssey Elite. And now coming on the side here, we've got two 35mm tires wrapped around 19-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then as for the design on the wheels, I think they look absolutely fantastic. You've got the dark gray in the center with the silver ring on the outside, and it looks really good with the rest of the van itself. Now coming up here, notice with the mirrors, we have the two tones. We've got the white in the top and then the black on the bottom. We do have the chrome door handles as well, and then also we got the chrome that goes all the way along the bottom portion of the window. And then aside from that, here is your full side view. And notice how you've got the pillar in white, but then here at the back, the window kind of continues into a little black area, so then it looks like the back part's kind of floating, which is cool. Now popping here into the back of the Odyssey, first off, notice how far down the storage area goes. You can fit quite a bit here in the back, and then we do get a 12 volts outlet here. And then something that's really nice is they actually give you a diagram here on the back of the seat that shows you all the different ways that you can fold them down. And then notice that the straps themselves are also labeled, so you kind of have like two different things to go from. But you've got the strap right here, and then you have the one at the top of the seat as well. And yeah, other than that, that's everything for the rear cargo area. So you go. So I am chilling here in the third row. You guys can see my legroom and then also headroom as well. So it's actually pretty good back here. You get a sunshade for the back, got a USB port, headphone jack, and then notice you've got some cup holders. Get a full power outlet over there, which is definitely nice, and then some more cup holders. You can look at the cup holders here. You can't use them, but you can look at them. Let's head to the second row. Now popping over here to the second row, notice that we've got these beautiful leather seats here. We've got the perforated leather here down the center portion of the seat, and then notice we've got all these little adjustments here. Everything is very nicely labeled. And then got some more cup holders, and quickly pop in again so you guys can see legroom, fantastic here for the second room. Headroom as well. And then also here at the top, we've got our little TV, which is definitely nice. And then we've got the camera, because that's the cabin camera. And then also climate controls here at the very top for the second row passengers to control. Now here's the door panel in the front. Notice we've got the leather here with the dark stitching, and then they actually did some piano black trim here at the top that also covers the door handle. Pretty interesting. Memory seats as well, and then you've got the adjustments for the mirror, and well, the front seat has the little cover on it from the factory, but notice we've got the full leather seats here. You can see that underneath with nice perforations. Power adjustments are on the side of the seat. And then there are the pedals down below. We've got the brake hold right here with the parking brake. And then this is for the doors. And then if you press this, then the doors will no longer be automatic. And then we've got that for the rear hatch right in front of it. The stability control, this is for the safety tech. And then the parking sensors. And then also we've got more trim right here with the stitching across. And there's one more look before we pop in. Now here is the steering wheel in the Odyssey Elite. So we've got beautiful leather wrapped around the steering wheel with the black stitching in the center portion. We've got our cruise control over here, and then we do have our lane keep assist. We've got our heated steering wheel button and then some piano black trim to accent all of it. And then over here we've got the controls for the center stack, voice command controls, volume controls, paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel for that 10-speed automatic. We have our light stock slash turn signal stock, windshield wiper stock on the other side, and that's all for the steering wheel. We've got the center gauge cluster here for the Odyssey. Definitely has this cool modern aesthetic to it. And then there's a couple different things you can scroll through. So for example, you can go to the trip computer, and then you've got like the phone tab, navigation, music. You can see maintenance, and then also your safety tech. You can go into all of this and turn stuff on or off if you don't want to use things. But overall, the center stack's really easy to use, and I love the graphics with this. It just looks really cool. And there are some different drive modes. So we've got the drive, and then you've got like your sport mode, and then we also have an econ mode, and then we also have a normal and then a snow mode that you can go between. So there are a couple different drive modes that you can pop the van into. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, if we pop it into reverse, you've got the backup camera. It's got trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. And then there's a couple different viewpoints that you can pop through with the camera itself, so then you can see all those different angles, which I think is definitely good. Resolution on the camera is solid as well. And other than that, that's everything for the camera system. As for the rest of the infotainment system, first off, just below it, notice we've got our analog controls for the climate system. Again, you've got that climate zone for the rear and then the 2 zones for the front, so you have a tri-zone climate. I love how it shows our elevation right here, 4,397 feet. Now, we've got these shortcut buttons here on the outside of the infotainment system, and response time with those is great. Notice it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We can actually control the rear entertainment from here, which is definitely a nice feature. And then this also comes with some other cool stuff. So like we've got our satellite radio, and then notice you can do the SMS messages, all of that fun stuff. But we have 2 things that are fun. We've got the cabin talk, which we can go into. Got to actually press the button, folks. And then notice we can do the speakers or the headphones. So we can do the speaker, for example. And then we've got mic on, and then you've got the cabin talk where you can talk to the rear passengers, so you don't have to strain your voice. And then if we actually go back, which of course I pressed the wrong button, gotta do trial by fire with the infotainment system. So we've got the cabin watch, which actually gives you a camera view here of the cabin itself. And you guys can see, we can see the 2nd and 3rd row, and then notice that you can do the cabin talk and the cabin watch at the same time. So you can watch them and then you can yell at them. It's like perfect. We've got our gear selector right here, and then notice we do have, again, the drive, and then you've got the S mode, which is your sport mode. Heated and cooled seats here for the front, and hopefully you guys can see those controls a little bit better. And we've got our auto stop start, the snow mode, the econ mode, and then our hazard lights over here on the side. And then notice we've got the Blu-ray player right there. And then down below we've got a little charging area, some extra storage space right here, couple cup holders, wireless phone charger, and then this covers up some extra storage space. There is a USB inside that, and then some cup holders behind. And I definitely like the trim here on the outside. My favorite piece of trim though is right here on the dash. I love the look of that. And then also we've got stitching there at the top of the dash and then down below. And then opening up the glove box. See, pretty normal glove box, decent amount of storage space, and that's all. Up top here, we've got a sunglass holder, but also notice that we still have the little mirror on it. So yes, you have the cabin watch, but you have the mirror if you want to do things the old school way. And then we've got, again, just a regular sunroof. No panoramic, but that's because the TV is blocking that from being an option. Controls to the center for right there, and that's all for the top. So sadly, there's a ton of glare, so all you guys can see is my reflection, not the window sticker. But anyways, total MSRP is $49,390, and wait for it. Wait for it. That is everything for this 2022 Honda Odyssey Elite. Now that's going to sum things up for our video on this 2022 Honda Odyssey Elite. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Stockton 12 Honda here in Utah for giving me some time with the Odyssey. Check out the inventory link below. I'll see all of you in the next video.